Hello, friends! Welcome sa another episode ng Pinoy Blade Hunter at isang special episode tayo ngayon. Kasama natin si Mr. Joey Saballero. And now, ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay mga case knives.
Yes, this is actually a new brand for Forged. We were quite excited kasi medyo kilala na rin si Case Knives. Really, in our lineup, wala pa kasi kaming ganitong klaseng knives. No? When I say ganitong klaseng knives, medyo classic, friction folder, pen knives, old school knives. Nasanay na rin tayo sa Spider ko, cold steel na medyo low drag, fast, it was actually quite refreshing when I handled one of these. No? When I say refreshing, medyo masakit din kasi nga I had to retrain my brain. Would you believe it?
Parang reset button, parang ganun.
Don't get me wrong, I started off with like everybody else, Swiss Army knife. Parang ganito rin naman yan, no? But kakaiba ang case. So, I'd like to introduce the brand to you guys. Siguro umpisahan natin with the one that I'm carrying right now, no? So, Case Knives is really old brand. Made in the US, 130 years na siya. Very classic, basic, no lock, friction folder, very simple. Just close it up like that, open it up. Two-handed, which is actually a bonus for when travel resumes, no? I'm pretty sure that this kind of knife will be legal in almost everywhere you take it, no? Kasi may mga rules sa abroad, can't be longer than 3 inches, or it can't be locking, or may iba pa, it must not be able to be opened with one hand only. So this is obviously a two-handed blade, no? So to tell you the truth, medyo nasanay nga rin tayo sa mga modern knives. Challenge ko talaga sarili ko to start carrying this, no?
Ito yung tinatawag nila ng mga grandpa knives.
Yeah.
Kasi most of the siguro mga lolo natin, mga ganyan yung hawak na non-locking and friction folding and yung mga ganon.
And it's a testament to them. And I realized na, pansin ko rin nga na it does everything you need it for, right? For our daily lives. Let's face it, hindi naman tayo lahat Rambo or Navy SEAL or hardcore guys. We open boxes. Pag medyo matigas yung kinakain natin, kailangan, hindi na pwede yung butter knife, kailangan ng diba? So, surprisingly, for the past 2 to 3 weeks that I've been carrying it, I haven't had the urge to carry my normal big knives, no? So, medyo maganda rin siya. So, my particular knife is made out of bone that's made to simulate staghorn, no? Medyo mahalang staghorn. And of course, pag si Case kinuha niya lahat ng staghorn sa mundo, baka mawalan tayo ng stag.
Why did you choose this to be your carry?
There are 2 models of Case knives that are their flagship models, no? One is this one. It's the 3-bladed Stockman. This is the spay blade. Isa-isahin ko na lang, ha? May storya ako dyan kung bakit hindi ko sabay-sabay binubuksan. Of course, the sheep's foot and small clip point, no? So this is called the Stockman. One of their best sellers. It comes in this size. This is a full size. And then we have a medium Stockman, which is slightly smaller, and a mini Stockman, no?
So ito yung case knives. Pag ino-open siya, hindi masyadong malakas yung resistance. Pero pag nag-snap siya, yung retention okay naman. Hindi mo na kailangan masyadong force para sa buksan. Parang hindi siya masyadong maganit buksan. Pero yung lock niya parang okay naman to keep it open, just enough. Hindi mo kailangan mag-exert ng too much force to open it. Galing. Smooth opening. Case Stockman.
Maganda siya. Why did I pick it? To tell you the truth, like when people come in here and say, mag-recommend ka naman ng knife sa akin, I always tell them, just go look around. One of these knives is gonna call out to you and say, no, ganda niyan, so parang tinatawag ka ng kutsilyo yan. So hard to say kung bakit, no? I got another one also, and I'll show this one off also to you guys right now. This is their other bestseller. It's called the Trapper. Just two-bladed. Mas malaki siya.
Okay.
Mas malaki. And it has a longer spay blade, like I mentioned before. And still has this profile. No? So dito nyo makikita na, okay, baka sabihin nyo, oy, parang ang pang lolo ko to. Hindi ko masyadong type kasi nga, you know, doesn't fit my lifestyle. Tingnan mo tong blue G10. Ang ganda, di ba?
G10, hindi siya yung plastic.
No. This is blue G10. So, it's really, really nice, no? And what I was talking about, yung mga dyan, mga color-coordinated EDC folk, right? Punta lang kayo dito, mamili kayo, whatever you have right now, na green or blue or whatever, pwede nyo bagayan dito yan. Their heritage is really to be used, no? It's not a safe queen. Of course, people collect it, but all of the knives are capable. So, what's interesting about case is, people like the price. It's relatively affordable, 3,000 to 5,000 for something like this, no? And also, ayan na, dito na pumapasok yung collectability side. Let's go into that aspect of case knives, no? Ako, I'm more of a user. I do have a few knives that I collect, but for case knives, I found out there are two types of collectors. One is they either like the scales, like this one for instance, right? Amber bone. So what they will do now is find out which among the knives, other knife models, like this hobo, also comes in the same scale. So their collection will now comprise of all the knife models that have this scale. No? So that's one way.
Set na siya.
That's one way to collect it. Siyempre, I can see how that's attractive kasi nga, like this one, this guy called me for some reason. So nagandahan ako sa kanya. So siguro nga people will want to buy, let's say bibili sila ulit ng case knives. Sige, kunin ko na rin yung ganito na scale in a different model naman. So that's one way, no? The other way people collect case knives naman is nagustuhan nila yung models. For instance, this Trapper, they like it. They like the long spay blade on it. They like how it looks. So what they will do now is they will start collecting all the Trapper models. No? Iba-iba naman ang kanyang scale, but they are all Trappers, no? Ayan.
I'm sure they also do limited runs.
Okay, they started off as a knife company that makes knives to be used, but then of course they realized na kinokolekta nga siya ng mga iba-ibang tao, and they've made so many designs over the years. What they do is they pick a design that they haven't run for quite some time, no? So if you're talking about their history, 130 years, they have X number of designs in their vault, no? So they'll pick one design that they haven't run in a year, for quite some time, and then for the year they'll produce it, no? So for instance, for 2020, they have decided to bring this back out, the Pocket Hunter, no? Now the Pocket Hunter, very small knife, if I'm not mistaken, was last produced more than 10 years ago. So you can't buy a modern case Pocket Hunter, no? And it comes in two configurations: single blade and double blade. So for 2020, and actually considering what we're going through now, no, this might actually be a good Vault Series knife to collect. A memory of, well, this is the Vault Series of case knives for 2020. Oo nga, naalala mo ba kung ano nangyari nung 2020? Parang lahat na nangyari nung 2020, di ba? So, this is a very interesting thing, no?
So, parang ilalabas lang nila this year lang.
Yes.
Next year, hindi
so, it's like limited, unlimited, no? For this year, they'll just keep making these pocket hunters. Tapos, December 31, they'll stop. And then they'll pick out a new design. They'll put this design back. Hindi mo na mabibili to. No? Unless it's through secondary market or whatever. The other aspect of case knives that I like is it's people friendly. No? So let's say yun nga, nasa cafeteria ka, yung nabili mong pork chop medyo matigas, pag nilabas mo tong knife na to, nakita ng mga tao, uy, ang ganda niya na. Hindi the usual reaction that we knife people get when we pull out another knife na parang, uy, ano ka ba? Hold upper ka ba? O ano, di ba? So this is so friendly. It's actually even a conversation starter for some folks, di ba? Pag nakita nila, uy, ang ganda niyan. Parang may ganyan yung lolo ko dati. Di ba? Exactly, di ba?
Parang it always brings back parang ganun lagi. Nostalgic.
Yes, yes. So, anyway, kwento ko rin yung story sa'yo. I've been hinting throughout this segment about why medyo I had to retrain my brain, no? Kasi nga, sanay na tayo ngayon sa thumb stud, sa thumb hole, or flipper, or mabilis mag-open and stuff like that. This is really, even though it slows you down to open it and stuff like that, maybe it's because of the size or because you think it's such a small blade. Minsan you're careless around it. But these things are very, very sharp. No? So the first 2 weeks I've had this, I've actually cut myself twice. Because you kind of have to retrain your brain to slow down and take it seriously. Again, these are knives, and knives are used for cutting, so any sharp object, you really have to watch yourself around.
While you're carrying it, ano yung na-miss mo sa mga modern design knives na parang hindi mo, na-miss mo siya pero hindi mo siya hinahanap? Do you get
Actually,
what I mean?
yeah. To tell you the truth, we keep thinking about kailan mabilis ang deployment and stuff like that. But in reality, hindi ko na mimiss yung ganun. Maganda pa to, like for instance, what does this not have? It doesn't have the one-handed deployment. I just said, hindi ko namimiss yun. Wala siyang clip, for instance, diba? Yeah. Pero okay lang kasi ang liit niya, you know where it is, it's at the bottom of your pocket. Parang it slows down your life from what you had before. And na-realize mo rin na okay lang naman pala na ganun. It doesn't have a clip, doesn't have a one-handed thing. For some reason nga, mas ginagamit ko pa to eh. Diba? Must be that thing na hindi nga siya masyadong offensive to people. So I don't have this fear of bringing it out anymore.
Parang
using
one less
it.
worry yun.
Yeah, that's true.
Parang ako din kasi minsan ginagamit ko. Mas ginagamit ko nga ngayon usually kasi may nakatuck sa pack ko na yung cutter na
yung utility parang box
cutter lang.
Box cutter.
I use that most of the time. Kahit meron akong big knife syempre sa pocket. Kasi iisipin mo lagi na at the back of your mind, sino nakatingin? Matatakot ba sila pag nilabas ko to?
Oo, tama.
Pero pagka nilabas ko tong may isip nila na, wala, magkakat lang yan ng kung ano.
And on that aspect rin, pagka may taong, alam ko may kutsilyo ka, pahiram naman. This thing, I wouldn't mind lending this out, no? One, like I said, it's affordable. Hindi naman siya sobrang mahal or na pag, let's say, sana hindi, na masira or whatever. And people more or less know their way around this. Ayun, pwede mong pahiram your loaner knife. And I guess since it's not such a big knife and stuff like that, they won't do stupid things like try to use it as a pry bar or a screwdriver kasi makikita nilang, uy, medyo fragile to. Not like the other knives that we carry. Pag binalik sa atin, anong ginawa mo dito? Hindi ko mabuksan yung lata eh. So, pinersa ko, di ba? So, nice. That's another nice side effect of this. Okay, you were mentioning earlier about special editions or collectibles. Meron rin naman si Case Knives, no? So they do a lot of collaborations with different brands. This is one of them. So here I'll show you. It's very nice. It's
wow.
For the Mustang, no? The Untamed Spirit. So Ford Mustang, of course. And like I said, this is their best-selling knife. So it's in the Trapper model. No? But very, very nice. Maganda. Comes in a nice case also. I really
How
like
long
it.
have you been carrying case?
Case
Ford?
just came in probably about a month ago lang. So bago pa lang,
lockdown
no?
na talaga.
Oh, lockdown na talaga.
Oo.
I will give you a tip, no? Like all of our brands, no? Of course, we can't carry a whole lot of all of the models of Case Knives, no? So if you find, let's say, for instance, this blue Trapper here in Green Hills, they will only have one blue Trapper here in Green Hills. No? Actually, all stores, medyo para per model, we only have 5 or 6 and we have 7 stores. So, pag may nakita kayo na gusto nyo dito sa tindahan, kunin na nyo. Especially with a new brand, we don't allow inter-store transfers right away. We give each store a chance habang nandyan, benta nyo, di ba? So, that's one tip.
Maraming salamat. Thank you for having us and telling us about Case Knives, Sir Joey.
Please come visit our stores. All of them are open. We strictly follow social distancing and we do sanitizing of our stores. So really, I mean, on that aspect, nothing to worry about. Lots to see. Apart from Case Knives, tuloy-tuloy naman yung pagdating ng mga produkto namin. So we have new flashlights that came in from Olight. We have new Voltec Volts that came in for you firearms owners. And marami pa rin ibang nangyayari. Let's say, for instance, our patch exchange is always alive and kicking. And of course, we now have Insta Deals. Ask our salesperson what items are up for Insta Deals. They change every month. So, super sulit yung mga yon.
They change every month for how long? Until next year or laging every month?
Basically, if we have an Insta deal, for instance, one thing that we have going right now is if you purchase any Olight, so pwedeng yung pinakamaliit na Olight, you can purchase the M1P, which is a clicky, for 50% off. You know, that will only run until I'd say October 15, and then wala na yung deal na yun. So
and then another Insta deal.
And then we'll have another Insta deal happening for 1 month after that, no? So yun din, the same thing. For instance, the Olight deal did very well. Medyo naubos na nga actually yung stocks namin. I think we have 1 or 2 of those things now. So check in every time when you come to the store. Ask the store folks what the Insta deals are, or check us out on Facebook. Nakalagay naman lagi doon. But yeah, those are the new things that are happening in the stores right now.
And maraming salamat sa panonood sa Pinoy Blade Hunter. Until our next episode. And bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.